Namaskar. The topic which I am going to deliver lecture is on terrain evaluation. The entire topic is divided into 8 modules. It starts with introduction, followed by terrain classification, then general principles of evaluation of terrains, the aims of land evaluation, principles, levels of intensity and approaches, the nature of the framework, and finally conclusions. Now, let me start with the introduction. Terrain evaluation is the complete appraisal of the capabilities and limitations of an area of ground in relation to a particular kind of land use. The most widely used technique for surveys is based on analysis of the ground, usually by means of air photo interpretation, leading to the identification of mapping units. The units recognized in this way are areas of ground whose recognizable form and observable characteristics results from the interaction of climate, geology and land forming processes. This means that where a terrain type can be identified in a new area, the soil conditions will be identical with those of the type area. Thus, by defining the soil conditions of interest, for example, to the engineer for a representative range of terrain units, it is possible to appraise the engineering conditions of a large area. The concept of survey by land classification was first described by Christian in the year 1958. After it had been developed and used in Australia to express the agricultural potential of ground. Subsequently, the concepts were expanded and modified in the United Kingdom by the Department of Agriculture at Oxford University, working under contract to the Ministry of Defence. The development of this work has been summarized in a paper by Webster and Beckett in the year 1970. Similar studies had been made in South Africa and Australia, and in the year 1964, a joint meeting was held to define a common system of nomenclature. This system recognizes several categories of terrain, each defined by a combination of climate, geology and landform. The units are in decreasing order of size, that is land zone, land division, land province, land region, land system, land facet and land element. For completeness, the whole classification is outlined here, although for most purposes users are only concerned with the lowest 3 units in the hierarchy. It is convenient to describe these 3 units first, as they constitute the basis of the classification from which the higher units are derived.